There's a man in Ohio who claims he watched security camera footage of himself sitting in his living room while he was still at work, miles away. Police say the footage shouldn't exist. His neighbors say they saw 2 of him that week. And today, no one knows where the real version is. This is his story. A calm man, quiet, steady, routine-driven, the type neighbors described as trustworthy to the bone. He left home every morning at 7:45 a.m. Coffee, briefcase, locked the door twice. Everything in his life was predictable until the morning something unlocked his door from the inside. It happened on a Tuesday. Mark was at work, typing reports at his desk, when his phone vibrated. He frowned because his house should have been empty. He opened the clip, and what he saw didn't make sense. A man walked into frame, calm, slow, like he belonged there. And that man had Mark's face, Mark's height, Mark's exact clothes from the previous night. But Mark himself was sitting at his office desk, staring at his phone. The clip was only 8 seconds long. Mark replayed it again, and again. Was it an old video? A glitch? A hack? But the timestamp was correct. 8:17 a.m., just 15 minutes ago. And worse, the version of him on the screen slowly turned toward the camera and smiled. Mark felt something cold settle inside his chest. At lunch break, Mark drove home. Outside, an elderly neighbor watering her plants looked at him strangely. "You came back again?" she asked. Mark blinked. "Again?" She nodded. "You were here earlier. You looked different." I waved. You didn't wave back. Mark's stomach tightened. Someone who looked exactly like him was walking around his house in broad daylight. Mark entered the house slowly. Everything looked normal until he checked the second camera, the hallway. A new clip. In the footage, Mark walked out of the bedroom holding something wrapped in a sheet, a heavy object. Dragging it, then he spoke. His voice was calm, but not Mark's. Something deeper, older. "It's almost time," the figure said, "to replace you." Mark's hands began to shake. Mark drove straight to the police station. He showed the officers the footage. They watched in silence. One officer finally said, "This isn't possible. We pulled patrol logs. A man matching your description was seen walking near your house at that exact time, but you were at work." Mark answered quietly, "That wasn't me." The police advised him to stay with family until they figure things out. But Mark didn't have family nearby, so he checked into a hotel. That night, he received another alert. Mark's heart dropped. He opened the live feed. Someone was standing outside his door. A silhouette, unmoving, familiar. He zoomed in. It was him. Same face, same jacket, same scar over the eyebrow from childhood. The figure lifted his hand and knocked. Once, twice, 3 times. Then whispered through the door, "You're in my way." The feed cut out. The hotel staff reviewed hallway footage, but the camera didn't show anyone outside his door. No one knocked. No one stood there. The only person in the hallway was Mark himself, pacing back and forth like he was talking to someone who wasn't there. He insisted, "That wasn't me. That wasn't me." But the footage told another story. 2 days later, Mark's car was found abandoned at a gas station. A witness reported seeing 2 identical men arguing beside the vehicle. One calm, one terrified. Then one of them walked away, and the terrified one was never seen again. Police still don't know which version survived. To this day, the footage of Mark's double remains one of the strangest unsolved cases on record. Police say it's impossible. Digital forensics say the videos were never edited, and neighbors still swear they saw 2 of him. But the biggest question remains, which version of Mark are they still seeing? And where is the other one now? Tell me in the comments. What do you think happened to Mark? And would you trust your own security camera if it showed another version of you?